And welcome back again to Primetime Local News, more sports talk. Buck with me, Josh. The Scotties just got finished, and Rachel Homan, losing to Kerry in the final. So Alberta takes home gold. Fairly exciting Scotties. Not that it isn't ever exciting.
No, it isn't. You know, Silverdale from North Battleford had a great run for Saskatchewan. Lost out in the semis. Was that close to getting to the final. The final itself, Rachel Homan has won 3 Scotties, was looking for number 4, which would put her into an elite class. She had her chances. She had a hammer coming into the 10th end, and Kerry steals one of the 10th end, ties it up, goes to an extra end. So you think Holman's got the hammer again in the 11th end, the extra end. Not a problem. She'll salt it away. And the same problem that happened in the 10th end, she could not find her draw weight. And in the 11th end, you know, Rachel Homan, who now calls St. Paul home and curls for Ontario, I don't know how that works out, but it had problems with draw weight again. And again, Kerry steals another one and wins the Scotties. You know what, is a great week for Kerry, great week for Homan, and now it gets exciting because the curling focus is on the women this past week. Now it turns over to the men, and it goes to Brandon for the Brier. So you know what, if you're a curling fan, it's a great time of year.
And speaking of the Brier, who do you have as the favorite to win that one?
Well, Gushu's a defending champion. He's always in tough. Kevin Cooey out of Calgary is going to be there too. And I like Mike McEwen. He's a local guy. He's from Manitoba. He's been a big money winner on the money circuit and on the World Curling Tour. So I like McEwen at home, and it'll be a great story winning in Manitoba in front of his hometown crowd. So Mike McEwen. The other wild card is Myers out of Saskatchewan. He's a guy that won a bronze medal at the Olympics for the mixed doubles. So he's a guy that can win at the big stage. So maybe Myers, young rink out of Saskatchewan, pulls it off. But it'll be a great story if it's Manitoba and Saskatchewan in the final.
Yeah, and you'd love to see, actually, I think on the curling side of things, many curling fans would love to see that unknown sort of come out of there. Because obviously, as you said, Gushu and Cooey, you'll have those favorites. They're always going to be in contention. It's nice to see that wild card shake things up, I guess. Yeah,
you never know. And you do have 2 wild card teams in it, just like you had of the Scotties. So it'd be interesting to see what happens out of there. But sometimes a Myers coming out of Saskatchewan, a young team, and we talk about young teams all the time in curling, it'll be nice to see them go on a bit of a run.
Because while there's obviously inexperience sometimes with those teams, there's something to be said about sort of playing without fear because you don't know any better.
No,
and that often happens with young
and with Myers, like the thing is, what people don't realize, if you're a curling fan, you know it, but a lot of the non-curling fans that kind of watch for about a week, a lot of these rinks play against each other all winter at rinks right across Canada, right across the U.S. and the World Curling Tour. So really, as much as, they're playing against Gushu on a given night, that might be about the 5th, 6th time they played against them this season. So nothing is new. Even if you're a new name to curling, you're not new to the competition.
Exactly. Now, we only have a little bit of time left. I'd like to hear what's on the sports show tomorrow night.
Well, Tuesday night sports show tomorrow night between 6 and 7 on Rail Country 95.9, live from the Canadian Brew House. We'll talk NHL trading deadline with Jim Toth from TSN Radio in Winnipeg. Also, David Shane from the Las Vegas Review-Dispatch. The Knights were busy. Also busy, Columbus was busy. And Aaron Porchline from the Columbus Dispatch will join us. And also we'll be joined by Andrew Denny from the Curling News as we look back to the Scotties and look ahead to the Brier in Brandon.
Yeah, very exciting stuff out of Columbus, obviously.
Yes.
So thank you again for joining us, Buck. We'll have more coming up on Primetime Local News.